In the beginning, there was nothing except for God in His immanence. In Himself, He found a need and created His counterpart. We will look at this as Sophia. It is His wisdom. It is His mirror image, His negative to His positive. And in the thought they have creates the universe. In the creation, the thought is to spurn what becomes our universe. Each glowing spark creating its own galaxy, sent out among the void to create by things we will call archons. Archons take the mist of the elements and form them internally with the original idea of Sophia to become matter, the mother. This causes a drawing effect. The archons pull together. They effectively make soup from the mist, and from the soup they make the stew that becomes each galaxy independent of each other, with the sacred geometry of the universe in the original thought, holding it all together in its divine inception, running itself, yet still sterile, but full of what is life, not as we know it, but perhaps as they know it. Each galaxy forming its own power charge set forth from the initial archon of creation, what we will call the creator of all, is led to a god. These gods control the galaxies and bring them into fruition, separate and apart from the creator, yet a part of himself in essence. This divine inception springs forth millions and billions of forms through these archons, this yin and yang, this polarity of existence, this creation, these atoms pulling together, charging each other, positive reaching negative, reaching equilibrium with each other, forming webs, networks, all in a divine plan, all from one thought. Each of these forming a galactic center in each galaxy, with each component in each one an effective heart of each solar system, running with each divine power, controlling and emanating. There is something that represents this in the center of every black hole of every galaxy. These are divine, inspired creations that spring forth life our own was pulled, separated out into an area not too close, yet not too far out, kind of a Goldilocks zone, away from the creator of all, in the center of the universe, where the emanation comes from. This is merely an attachment point to his dimension, for in the effect, he steps back far enough to see his own creation. God, in his duality, steps outside of himself to see his own creation, leaving Mother Nature. Her essence breaks forth, and in doing so, in some Gnostic circles, becomes our Milky Way galaxy. As she emanates herself out, becoming the life that is in matter, instilling in her final thoughts the creation of all, putting superlatives in, making sure things are finite, finishing it all in her womb of self, the finite building blocks that ensure our soup is correct to form life as she disintegrates away in an essence of herself. And in her separation and giving, and in her last thoughts, she gives forth life and sets forth the sacred geometry that makes everything happen. There's one thing missing here. In the other creation, she was with God, and that gives a positive negative in the creation. In this creation she's about to have, it is self-witting, and it is from her a negative, only reaching a positive, only having one half of the equation. Perhaps that's what we all feel like we're missing, the other half of the equation. We've become a macho society, all dominated by men. Perhaps the other half of the feminine. For all of us know we wouldn't be here without our own mothers. It's the aspect of that that brings about this concept. This broiling for thousands and millions of years to cook the correct soup, to fry enough carbon to create all the elements, to set forth the percentages